Hey there, ghouls. I'm Lauren and this is Mary, and we are your Ghoul Guides. And today, because we're not particularly Christmas people and we thought that you might need a bit of a break from Christmas cheer, I guess, we're going to be playing Gothic Edition Kiss, Marry, Kill.
I am very excited about this.
Yeah, so, there's a lot of games associated with Christmas that we could have played. I feel like charades with two people on Zoom is probably really boring. Also, I hate it. So we're going for Kiss, Marry, Kill. Gothic Edition.
Let's get started.
Okay. So taking it back to the origins of the Gothic, I give you the choice of Adeline from Romance of the Forest, Emily from The Mysteries of Udolpho, or Elena from The Italian. So these are all Radcliffe novels. And, a lot of people dismiss them and say they're all very similar, but actually I think these are three very different women, have very different personalities, very different goals. So Adeline believes that she is the daughter of some random French guy. She's actually the true daughter of the Marquis, not the rapey uncle, the brother that he killed. She's very sweet. She's, just really nice girl. Emily is the daughter of Saint Aubert, a nice, kindly French country gentleman who apparently is a great dad, yet leaves absolutely no provisions for his naive young daughter, who he has not introduced to society. And then when he dies, leaves her to the care of his terrible sister. And then she has to try and navigate French society for herself. Comes under the legal power of the villain Montoni, finds herself in Italy, which is wild and terrible, and there's a big castle. And then we have Elena, who has a very complicated family history, and is a painter, a very good painter. She lives with her elderly female relative, and she paints to make money, and she catches the attention of the youth Vivaldi, and then his mum is not happy about it, and she has a real bad time. So if you don't know those three novels, that's the gist of what happens to these three heroines. So Adeline, Emily, Elena, Kiss, Marry, Kill, Mary.
Okay. So let's start from the bottom again. Because for me, the last one, the kill one, is quite easy. I do feel bad about it, but I'm not. It's easy for me.
Should we be worried that we're making the decisions to kill these people really easily? Yeah, kill that
Maybe. One. I would kill Adeline. Shock, you really, she's into singing and animals and Disney stuff, and I'm just not about that life.
You're not about that life. She'd be one of those people that you match them on a dating site and you're like, why have we been put together? We have nothing in common.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think we'd match very well. I mean, I love animals, but I don't really want to wander outside and start singing and have all this fawns and
can you
rabbits
imagine trying to go somewhere with her? It would take ages. Every time you tried to walk to the shops, you'd be like, stop fucking singing to the birds.
Yeah, she seems quite outdoorsy. No, it's not.
Just a ruined abbey in the forest.
Yeah, she seems very nice. She's just not for me, and unfortunately, according to the rules that you have set up, Lauren, that means I have to kill her. So I guess this is on you.
I'm the arbiter of my own destruction.
Okay, this next one. Oh, this one's hard. This one's very hard.
Now, I thought it might be because I know that the Italian for you is a favourite.
Yes. I like the Italian. The Italian is my favourite Radcliffe novel. And I also quite like Elena, partly because she's very hesitant with marriage, which I appreciate. and I think that we don't get enough of from women in novels. And it's nice that even though her reasons are different from me, you know, she doesn't want to just jump into something. So I quite appreciate that. And also, you know, she paints and she's quite talented, and I think that's great.
She
And
could
she also
also,
knows how to turn her hobby into a
yeah,
business. And you
you
know,
could be a kept woman. She could
yeah,
support you,
yeah. So
which,
that
to
could be
be
quite
fair,
nice.
for a career in academia is kind of what you need.
Yeah. But then also saying that like Emily is also very smart, and she
Yeah.
obviously knows what she's doing and knows like
Mhm.
when to make deals or sign contracts or not. And I mean, I feel kind of sorry because she ends up with
Valancourt.
wet, yeah, that wet sap. And
He's the worst.
yeah, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe I could like intercept them on the way back from the castle before she ends up with him, and just be like, you know, we could go,
Well,
let's go and
yeah,
have
like
another
you could
adventure.
like also kill DuPont,
Mm,
and then you could save Emily from the
yeah,
castle, and then be like, hey, what's up? I'm also an educated woman. And she'll be like, ho. Um, and yeah, like, who gives a shit about Valancourt?
I think what I would do, I would kiss Emily,
Mm-hmm.
but in that kind of rescue way, and
Yeah.
then
So you were like the
kind of,
knight in shining armor.
yeah, I'd be her knight in shining
Mm-hmm.
armor, get her away from all these terrible men, just be like, look, you can do you, like live your best life. And then I would go and marry Elena and have a great time. I feel like we'd be more on like the same wavelength, and you know, just do things, and then yeah, she'd have a business, so I wouldn't, you know, have to worry
Cool.
about money, which useful,
Yeah.
helpful. Yeah, I think
See,
that's what I'd do.
yeah. Okay. I agree with your reasons. I think that I would kill Elena.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're killing my wife.
I know, I'm really sorry. I can't believe I'm killing your wife. Maybe it'll be like Claremont and she's not really dead. Like I just think I've killed her.
I know a lot
And
of spells.
like,
I'll bring her back.
it'll be fine. Like it'll be fine. You can go get her. It'll be fine. Yeah, I really like Elena as a character. I think she has a lot about her. And I think by nature the Radcliffe heroines like become more stoic and independent as they go on, because I think as the novels progress, like Radcliffe is more and more done with things. But I feel like Elena and I have less chemistry, so for that reason she must die. I would kiss Adeline because I think she's just a real sweet gal. She's had a real bad time of it, and but I just really like Theodore. Like I that's it's a real good match, and I wouldn't necessarily want to get in the way of that. So like we'd like I feel like again we'd go on a couple of dates. It'd be nice, but I'd be like, yeah, you know, there's this like cool soldier guy, and you guys are meant for each other. And I would marry Emily because again, I think Valancourt is the absolute worst, the absolute worst, and I cannot let that poor woman live her life with that shithead. He's terrible. He's truly terrible. Also, again, Emily's got this real nice house in a valley in France, and I feel like you know, we both like reading, both very smart. I feel like we had great conversations. Like, I feel like we'd really get on. She's very sweet. I am not. So I think we'd have like a good balance.
Yeah,
And
you'd be a good
level each other
match.
out. I think we could just live a really happy life in La Valley, reading books and not being around Valancourt.
I like that. And I'd say we could double date, but you've killed my wife, so you know.
I mean, this is the Gothic, Mary. Just because I think I've killed your wife doesn't mean I've actually killed your wife. Like,
Would make dinner parties slightly awkward.
yeah, but then, you know, in Claremont, at the end of Claremont, he's like, oh, I didn't actually kill my brother. Let's be a happy family. I get where you're coming from, but I think in the world of the Gothic novel, accidental murder that you're sorry for shouldn't be the end of a friendship. So I think it's okay, and we could double date. be really nice. I think, you know, we'd have some real good conversations. And we'd both have like rich wives.
Yeah.
So we would be peak academics. We would make no money. Publish books that no one can afford. It'd be great. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would marry Emily. Partially to save her from Valancourt, but also because I am just so much better than he is.
You are. Yeah.
And she deserves better.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. We're going modern. Did I make this one for you? Yes, I did. We're going all in the same universe again. So a little bit like with Dracula. Your options are Buffy, Faith, or Kendra.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting.
So 3 Slayers. 3 very different Slayers. Now let's, like, spoilers if you have not seen the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Kendra dies. But, you know, we can stop that because this is Kiss, Marry, Kill, and apparently we get to do whatever we want in this game. Yeah, do you want our OG Slayer, Buffy Summers?
Oh,
do you want her first I was going to say replacement, but that makes it sound really weird, but you know, in every generation there is a Slayer. So Buffy dies, spoiler alert, Kendra becomes Slayer.
Oh my god, Buffy dies?
But then Buffy doesn't die. So you get Kendra, and then Kendra dies and you get Faith. And then of course everybody just becomes well, not everybody, but every potential Slayer becomes a Slayers. But there's too many, like, and you know, we all know that Felicia Day would probably win. So we'll keep it to the main ones. Buffy, Faith, Kendra.
This is really hard.
I was like, oh, you know, I was gonna go for like the whole Angel Spike thing, but then I remembered all the rest of the men in Buffy are terrible.
Well, let's just do that quickly. For me, kill Riley, kiss Angel, marry Spike.
Yeah, 110%.
And I feel like that's fine. We don't have to do that.
There was no point doing that one because we all know that is what you would do.
Yeah.
And then we would all get in the car and run Xander over multiple times.
Yes. Yeah. Just kill Xander.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Slayers. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Everyone's gonna hate me for this. I think I love Elijah Dushku, and I love Faith, and I'm gonna mourn this death forever. I'm gonna kill Faith. And I genuinely, like, I was slightly sad with the Bigfoot Sasquatch thing, but this is generally the one that I'm having the most trouble with. Yeah. I like even Adeline, I'm like, no, don't care. But with Faith, I'm like, I don't want her to die. So please understand that I love Faith, and this is nothing against her character. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's really hard. Okay, and then so once I've mourned, Faith, I think then I would kiss Kendra, because then it would mean she'd be alive, and she's so cool. I love her. She's like one of my favorite Slayers, and she's so great. And I think that I just want like a series with her and Giles doing stuff.
Yes, that would be so good.
And then I guess, then I guess I'd marry Buffy because
she's Buffy.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's great. I think that would be cool.
See, I think I would have to kill Buffy.
I mean, because she's died twice already.
And she's got too many ex-boyfriends that are still really obsessed with her.
That's fair.
I don't believe that someone's dating history comes into the question, but I feel like I would find myself in a Scott Pilgrim situation, and to actually be with Buffy, I would have to defeat her 7, some evil, some not evil exes.
I mean, all of them I think are both.
Yeah, and I am not very strong. And they already brought her back once, and she was quite happy in heaven. Like, I don't feel like I'd be doing a terrible crime. Yeah, like, as great as Buffy is, I don't think I have it in me to put in that much effort. Like, whew, that's a lot. Like, it's a lot. You just know they're gonna keep coming around.
I feel
Like,
like I want to switch mine. I want to switch Kendra and Buffy around
okay,
so
I
that
think you can do that. See, yeah, I think I'd kiss Faith because
Mm.
super cool, but again, I think she'd just be too much for me. I think I'd be like, oh, that's dangerous. Oh, I don't know if I can handle that. Like, she sometimes says things and I don't know what they mean. I'm like, what's 555? I don't know. I'm not cool enough. I'm just not cool enough. I know, but like, I'm just not cool enough. I'm just not. And then I think I would marry Kendra because I think she would be like just a real. She's very dependable. She's very cool. Like, that we didn't get much. I want to know more about her. And I she would protect me. I'm very small and very, very weak.
She's also very, like, she's quite quiet and quite reserved, and I think that it'd be nice to get to come out of her shell a bit more.
She
she's
is also not friends with Xander, so I would not have to be around. I mean, I know we have already agreed that we would run him over, but like, I'm a bit like, why are you all friends with Xander?
Kendra and Xander did script in like some flirting stuff between them, but then I feel like we could just nip that in the bud and get rid of him, and then
like, she's not invested in him being around. And yeah, she's just very, like you say, like, Giles could be the Watcher, she's the Slayer, and I would just sit in the library and read books and make tea and do the research, and we would be the dream team. It would be a really successful marriage.
And she really likes books too, and I
does.
think I like
again that. Like with Emily, I feel like we'd have a lot in common, a lot to talk about. Probably chemistry, less chance of me being in constant mortal peril. She's not interested in me being like there physically when she's taken on these demons and horrors. I could just be in the library where I belong. So yeah, that's my last one.
Excellent as well. All of them have been amazing and
Thank you.
Really, really interesting and quite hard.
I put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah, it shows.
Some might say too much thought. I don't think I could. I need to be really sure. I need to be really sure. And like, if you're gonna marry a Slayer and then get divorced, and then like the vampires turn up and they're like, "Ha, we're gonna capture you," so the Slayer comes, and you're like, "Oh, actually, we're going through a really messy divorce right now." Like, she wants the holiday house, I want the holiday house.
Who gets Mr. Pointy?
It's gonna get difficult. So you have to really think about these things. Marriage is an important decision to make, kids. Take it from the Ghoul guides. But yeah, this was our Christmas special.
We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
And if you want us to play this game in future, you can leave options for Kiss, Marry, Kill in the comments. And if you want us to never do this again because it was incredibly weird and awkward, just tell us and we won't do it. But
leave us suggestions for other people that we could play this game with. Or let us know if you disagree or agree with our choices.
We're just two ghouls thinking about weird shit.
Having a bit of fun.
We hope you enjoyed it. So until next time, stay safe and stay spooky.
Stay safe and stay spooky.